Hey, Tony Gaza here, popping in. Now, I seen this on social media, and it was the pastor. Uh-oh, is my alarm set? Because if my alarm set, it's going to cut my video off. And the pastor, Pastor Keon Henderson in Houston, he told the lady to hush. And it's a lot of down the middle on it. You know, a lot of people, oh, he shouldn't have did that. And a lot of people like, oh, yeah, I get it, and all of this. And one of the things that I have learned from being a life coach, which a life coach is kind of like pastor, a leader, is there are people who have a spirit in them, and they, for whatever reason, based on how they were raised, what they went through, they want to be seen. They want to be heard. And I do not understand it, and it's times to where the spirit gonna move and somebody going to be moved to tears, but we all know that we could be moved to tears and not be hollering and screaming. And I think for him to do that and for her to be up in the pulpit, like on the praise and worship team, that he knows her. Like he gotta know her. He gotta know her personally. And it's hard to, I be dealing with it because I do calls and I open up the floor for Q&A, and there's been times where there's people who just want to talk. They just want to talk. They just want to be heard. They just want to be seen. And there's times where people will come on and they see everybody waiting to ask a question, and they'll talk 15, 20 minutes. And see me, I don't stop people. You know, I don't stop them just because of my personality. Now, in the house of the Lord, I probably would have done what he did. And I probably wouldn't have done it myself if I know that happens. Because I seen an interview where he went and talked about it. If I know that happens, then I have me a henchman that, hey, keep an eye on Brenda now. You know what? Hey, if she get up there and go with that bullet, then, hey, go on over there. And he already know. As soon as she go to doing all that, and if we feel that this is fake, and she disturbing people, because me personally, she would have been disturbing me. She'd have messed my spirit up. Because I do believe that God does do things in spirit, in decency, and order. And so I do believe that, yes, the Holy Spirit can move. But if the Holy Spirit finna move, it ain't just gonna move in one person. Everybody finna be hollering. Or half of the room finna be hollering. Like, Holy Spirit ain't just for one person. She ain't finna be the only one. So it's gonna be decent and in order because everybody in unison almost, or like half of the room is having this same type of move in their own way, not just one person at the whole building. So to me, that sound more like a demonic spirit than the Holy Spirit, because if the Holy Spirit inhabit the room, it's finna touch now about everybody in there that's open to an inhabitation of the Holy Spirit. But if just one person screaming and hollering, that don't sound like an attribute of God, because now it's more distracting than it is delivering. And you know, but a real one now. He a real one. You know, Keon a real one. I give him a hard time about that divorce, but again, even with that, I don't know what's going on with that and why he got divorced and why he with Shawnee or what have you. That ain't none of my business. I don't like to see pastors go through divorce. But one thing about the brother is he be bringing a word. He will bring a word. And I done reached out to him personally before and said, hey, man, you be preaching, man, and you be preaching to me. Because I see some of his clips, and it'll be, it'll be a word. And, of course, he's not perfect. He have his ways. And a lot of times I feel like him and some other pastors that have this social media, that sometimes they can misuse the pulpit, and they can kind of see things their way, and they can be speaking instead of the Holy Spirit speaking. And they could be kind of using that position of power and knowing that they're going to go viral to kind of silence or attack or talk to somebody they don't like, or to a hater, or to whoever, instead of just letting the word be the Holy Bible. And almost every pastor is guilty of that, and I have been guilty of that as well with my platform. And doing the same thing, I think a lot of times we let the human element get in there. But, so you don't know, we don't know. Only God knows his heart and where he was operating from. And only God knows her heart and where she was operating from. But I say that to say we can't always tell from the outside looking in what's going on. And we have to be discerning and have your opinion. You can have your opinion without having a judgment in a nuanced situation like that. And I feel bad for the sister, just because to have to battle with that spirit, whether it's the Holy Spirit moving her like that or another spirit, just to have to go through that and to be up there and whatever she was feeling, to have her hollering like that. Like, I don't know if she have something else going on, but just it pains me to know that somebody is going through something or have gone through something that will have them hollering like that in church. And because that ain't easy. That ain't easy, just to be up there hollering and everybody looking at you and everybody could hear you and see you and you hollering. And Lord knows that's how my mama is. I don't know what it is with my mama. I don't know what it is. My mama have lost wigs in church from how she be carrying on. Me personally, and God forgive me, mama forgive me, I don't be thinking it be the Holy Spirit of my mama, because I be thinking it's a disruption, to be honest with you. I don't be thinking it's worship or the Holy Spirit, because I know her and I live with her. And I'm like, if the Holy Spirit finna have you doing all that in church, outside of church, you finna be walking on water. You finna be pleasant. You finna be amazing wife. You finna be financially blessed. You finna be, if the Holy Spirit got you doing all that hooping and hollering and flipping and falling and cartwheels, it's gonna be some evidence of the Holy Spirit in your life outside of that. And so that be the thing too, is a lot of time we go to church and we be seeing people in church and they be all this shandara and all the Holy Spirit, and then remain broke, busted, disgusted, remain toxic relationships, remain all this right here. And at that point, they making God a lie. Cause God is not, the Holy Spirit not finna inhabit you and things not be changed in your life. That ain't how that work. That Holy Spirit renews you, renew your mind, renew your spirit. You finna produce fruit. You finna produce fruit. And it's gonna be evident. And so that was interesting to see. And it's just crazy to see how too, like, there's never unison. Like, it's always like half the people, oh, he should have did this, and half the people, oh, he did the right thing. And when it's kind of like, I look at it like, and y'all know I call it like I see it. I look at it like that's his church. He got the right to hold order. He know her. And he got an understanding of what's going on. And anybody who feel like he wrong and feel like he was silencing the Holy Spirit so he could be heard, they got the right to leave. And I don't think the Holy Spirit was on him either, because he was a little off key on that song. And I done heard him sing before. He sang better than that. But her spirit could have disrupted him. And the key she was on could have thrown him off key, because he was a little off key. And the last couple times I done seen a video go viral of him singing, he was a little more on key than that. So that is another sign to me that maybe she throwed the Holy Spirit off in there. Maybe the Holy Spirit said, I got to go. Y'all in here playing. Y'all in here with little fooling. I got to go. Because I know that would have had me come out the Holy Spirit, what she did, and then what he did on top of it, it doubled down. So now it's like, if you was worshiping, they brought you all the way out of that. So the goal of the adversary still was accomplished, because that right there bring you all the way out of it. Because now you like, oh man, this messy. Oh man, this finna be on the gossip blog. Oh man, what's going on now? Oh man, what's going on? Whereas just her hollering, a lot of people could have believed in that hollering, and it could have sent them into their breakthrough, because that hollering, it just sounded so painful. You could have end up in tears crying out to the Lord, like, Lord, whatever this woman going through, if this mental health, if this is bipolar, if this is Tourette's, if this is schizophrenic, Lord, heal her. And then that could have ushered some people deeper into the spirit. But by her doing that, if it wasn't the Holy Spirit, and then by him doing that, everybody had to come out the Holy Spirit. Then everybody was like, okay, what's going on in here? Then it clearly became a disruption. But that just go to show you that is what is going to be happening in churches today. Anywhere that the adversary can slip in and cause confusion, because see, God is not the author of confusion. So that lets you know that all of this right here is the authoring of Satan. Whether it was in her, whether it was in him, whether it was in both of them, that it's now confusion. Because now we got to do YouTube talks on it. We got to do talk show talks on it. Now it's a lot of think pieces and everybody on a soapbox, including myself, and we discussing this. And that right there is confusion. And God is not the author of confusion. So for the pastors who see this, think about right now your plan of what you're going to do when you feel and who you got. And you might want to have one person in each corner, to where you are the disruption minister. When somebody is disrupting the service and we already know they MO, you going up there and you grab their hand and you escort them out. Let them holler on the way out. Let them holler on the way out. And that might send somebody else into their breakthrough. Let what the devil meant for evil, if that's the case, let God turn it into good. Just like that. So this for if you're a school teacher and you got spirits in your classroom, how you gonna handle them spirits? If you a business owner with employees, how you gonna handle them spirits? Hey, get it together now. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.